what's gonna happen at the end of the first live is gonna dictate what direction Bluebird is taking. Is it gonna keep going the same direction it's been doing right now, or is it going to evolve? Is it gonna take the next step? Is it gonna use the bricks that's placing? What are they gonna do? That is my biggest curiosity about this series so far. So, Love Life Bluebird's first live just premiered on February 14th to the 15th, and it was something. Being the first live of any group is extremely important, but even more so in Love Life's case, because 1, it's the newest group in the franchise so far, 2, there's been a ton of speculation on the direction Bluebird is taking, and 3, it's free. In case you didn't know, day 1 of the live was completely streamed for free on YouTube and Bilibili. Now unfortunately, it hasn't been archived by official means, but chances are you saw it on Twitter or YouTube. It was probably on your recommendation page somewhere. And I think due to the nature of this live, I can actually show day 1, I think. Hopefully the YouTube doesn't kill me, but I'm going to be very careful with the clips I use, because I am going to be showing clips from the live. So I'm playing a very risky game here. But the first thing I want to talk about is the amount of people watching the live. Now, this live was watched by a crap ton of people. I don't have the Bilibili numbers because I wasn't watching on Bilibili, but YouTube had over 14,000 people watching. And going off social media like Twitter, I saw so many old Love Life fans who joined to see what the hype was about, see what Bluebird is, maybe they're interested in it, and chances are for a lot of them, it completely appealed to them. Be like, oh my goodness, this is cool, this is Love Life. Yeah, I do want to give credits to Love Life though, because if day 1 was paid streaming, then I don't think it would have gotten nearly the attention as it actually did. It was like a free trial in a sense for a lot of people. They were able to come in and go as they pleased during the live that was like 3 hours, and if you were interested, you would stay. And then, if you didn't, then you left. Easy. Being real, I do hope that Love Life maybe does this for some other lives, because I know it's probably not going to be a very common thing. They're losing out on a ton of money. That's 14,000 people. 14,000 people have like, what, 4,000 yen, something like that. That's a lot of money for paid streaming, but I don't know, it would be really cool if they did this for other certain things as well. But who's to say? Now I can finally show my screen now. I got it on the wiki page here, and I do actually have day 1 streamed. I'm gonna be showing clips from. Don't ask where I got it, even though it should be pretty obvious where I got it. Now, before we get into the songs and some of the more major events that happened, I do want to talk about outfits first. So in this live, we were introduced to a whole new outfit for Dou Da Doing, a new original song that was revealed on stream, actually. Now, I do not know if I can find a high-quality screenshot of the outfits themselves. They haven't released, the sprites, stuff like that, but it does make a more high-quality appearance in the actual music video. Hopefully I can get some screenshots here. I actually did take a screenshot of the YouTube video just to show these outfits, because these outfits are really, really fucking cool. There's a sort of chivalry / night vibe game from the screenshots. You got fucking Yukari here, fucking Aura farm right now. Got this mini cape that goes over the arms, but the other side does not. I think I'll have more to say when we get an actual official sprite, because I'm really going based off of 3D models, which I'm going to be elaborating on soon. This is all 3D models. I don't really think there's a single piece of 2D in here. Maybe do 2D on the face, but I'm gonna analyze it in a little bit. But right now, I'm not gonna be judging it on the 3D model itself, so I'll wait for an official sprite of it. But these outfits are really fucking good. Let's talk about those songs though. Now, the set list is about what you expected. All the solo songs. Unfortunately, there was actually no cover songs. None of the cover songs, the sort of like the temporary units, which I'm really sad about. I don't know if it was a financial thing, licensing thing, but I'm actually really sad about that. But, they got all the things, they got the B-sides of all the first singles. No Fortune Cookie by AKB48. Very unfortunate. I'm gonna spoil ahead because I don't really like recapping things. It's kind of boring to me. But it has been announced that the tweets in Bluebird are actually being made into an actual novel. And along with that, there's also gonna be a comic production confirmed. I think it's gonna be an original thing. I was really a bit confused. I thought it was gonna be a comic adapting the Twitter tweets, but it turns out they were 2 separate things. They have one that's just covering a novel that, translate the tweets into an actual novel, and an original comic series that's also still going to be produced by Sakura Kimino. That will probably be an original story, just elaborating on certain things in the Bluebird universe. Who knows? We might get some cool juicy stuff. Jin Sensei. Either way, it's new content and new medium for Bluebird, in case people don't really like the Twitter tweets, which I understand, but are you actually gonna read the novel? Another thing now is the new subunits. Now, not technically subunits in a sense, those temporary units things. Anyway, they're actually doing a second round of them. The combination that you once knew, they have been swapped, they have been altered, and they're actually be voted on this time. The general premise is, if you were to confess your feelings to a member of Iki's Live, I just say Bluebird, I'm sorry. I keep calling Bluebird. You can either call them and tell them that you love them, you can either text them that you love them, or you can be a classic professional formal person and give them a letter. I think the premise is silly, and I do think it's obvious which members will be part of the text gang, but it's gonna be really interesting. We can actually vote on this. Let me find it. Okay, so I have a link. I'll put in the description, but it's pretty simple. You really do not have to know Japanese to understand this. Pretty simple. Call, text, message, letter. Okay, never mind. I don't know. But if you want to have some input in Love Life, feel free to actually go on the website and, actually vote on it. You can tell I just closed the web browser because my face suddenly got a bit darker. And finally, the big one, which I'm sure many of you guys are also excited for, Bluebird second live. Yep, they're doing a second live in September this year. Okay, now I'm playing. The one thing I actually want to talk about is the seiyu's talking about the direction of Bluebird. Yep. Now, I do not know Japanese. I'm still trying to learn it. It's a really difficult language. But in the Bluebird Discord, which you can join right here, there was a group watch along for it, and some people actually live translate some of the things they were saying, and I managed to catch a few glimpses of it. And one of the seiyus, I'm not exactly sure. It might have been the one for Noriko, but someone feel free to correct me on that. Basically, she was thanking the fans for sticking with them, even if the direction of Bluebird wasn't clear. And the direction of Bluebird is obviously a discussion that a lot of people, myself included, have had. I've talked about the kind of pressure that was put onto the group, and I've criticized it a couple of times, and even the saves acknowledged it. They acknowledged that the direction wasn't exactly fully clear, but it also just shows how tight the fan base for Bluebird has been, and even if it's still navigating through it, they're still gonna be there. That really got me. They managed to get a sold out live on their first live, and I don't know the standards for that. I don't know if that's common or not, but that's still really impressive from any viewpoint. And from a company standpoint, I think it's purposeful that they're doing this, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. They have the resources and maybe a bit of time to expend for that. But I know for a fact now the seiyus themselves get worried that to a lot of people, they haven't really started yet, And you can tell when people just want anime / game / any other format and, ignore the other aspects of Bluebird. I'm not saying you need to like Bluebird's fuck-ass tweets, but it was really nice hearing them acknowledge it. It's really sweet. And I do love the fact that it's clear the audience will follow them no matter what direction they take. Even if it takes a few steps to get there, People will be there for them, and that's genuinely really sweet. With Bluebird's message of what is my life and the characters embodying that, it was really cool to get a real life acknowledgement of that, and something I hope that could be translated to an actual format. Now, what kind of format? Let's talk about it. We got a new song performed and released called Dou Da Doing, and it is a full animated music video. It replicates the art style of Bluebird that we've seen thus far, and serves as a sort of template / potential scale for a Bluebird anime. It's very similar to Nijigasaki in how it did its first two music videos, the Cosme music video, and then the Midnight Harmony one, you can see right here. And these came out before the official anime premiered, they're different timeline type shit. But essentially, it's showing us a taste of what we could have. And firstly, let me just mention right here, we got fucking English subtitles for the song, which is a very common thing. I know some people were surprised by it, but I just want people to know that's only the songs that are, that translate for some fucking reason. If you go to the original start, where it kept doing fucking monologues, no fucking English subtitles anywhere, bro. You are on your own. It's very inconsistent. It's been a thing since the first Bluebird song. They only translate the songs for some reason. I don't know if they're just too lazy or something like that, but it's really funny. Now, I have words for this. Don't worry, they're positive. Those who have kept up with my Bluebird videos know that I've had a ton of faith into its style and tone. I've seen traces of it that I wouldn't say would call be edgy or something like that, or dark and depressing, but something that's serious, but it can be shown internally. I'm not expecting, my life is depressing. But that depression, that questioning of your life, saying it in a tweet is one thing, but expressing it visually, indirectly, actions speak louder than words, is one of the most realistic things ever. And ever since Bluebird has started with that one teaser, that one fucking teaser, I've been waiting for the signs that could work. And this music video shows that it can. There is a very certain vibe watching the music video, especially at the start. For the record, the song is good. It's not exactly anything outstanding. I'm gonna be real for you. The song is not anything outstanding. Has the usual themes of love life, never give up. But the extra context does add a lot more baggage to this. Immediately from the start, you get a feel for this. You know what I'm talking about? This part right here, when I saw this fucking clip, I was so mesmerized because it told me something. It told me something. Each of these silhouettes of these characters going through their daily lives. Okay, drug-free romance is low-key carrying this video. Just from the start of this music video, you get a very different taste of what this is about. It's very, okay, listen, just close your eyes, imagine it with me. This is a very somber scene, okay? It's very neutral colored. It's not bright, it's not dark, it's neutral, right in that fucking middle. Just follow me here. In this scene, we have each of the characters going about their daily lives here. Ignore the translation right now. And we see each of these characters just doing their own thing, having their own thoughts like that. They're doing a whole daily life. Akira's fucking biking. We have each of these characters going for the life here. And every character is questioning themselves, either be a part aspect of their life. Some may be a bit more explicit with it, some may be, doesn't seem very rational. And the one thing you'll notice is that each of these characters is a response to something. Some characters are confused, they don't know what to do. Some characters, feel like they can still go on. Some characters feel like they're fighting for each day. Some characters start questioning their dreams, their beliefs, you know, questions about themselves. And it ends with Poca saying, I've got nowhere to go. Now, you got all these key pieces of evidence. Come on, guys, let's start analyzing it. What do you think the question is regarding all these answers? There's actually multiple answers, but I'll give like a couple. Now, firstly, the most obvious one is, what is my life? That's a very general question because everyone's life is different. What is my life? What is my struggle? What are my struggles going through life? What are my positives going through my life? Do I have friends in my life? What is my life? And that question is so broad that each of these questions, each of these answers is a response to that question. Some characters don't know what it is. Some characters fucking the earth. Some characters' lives are their dreams. Some characters' lives are themselves. And by having this be placed at the first start of the music video, it sets a precedent. It provides context. One of the worst parts when there's off-script stuff that makes sure I'm understandable. I'm gonna eat some candy here. By already establishing these characters' conflicts and issues to start, and then still having them be part of this fucking interconnected life, where is it? And having them still be a part of this group, part of this interconnected life doing shit, it twists the what is my life message narrative from a negative message to a more positive one. Actions are louder than words, and I will always express that in my video. So if to add context of this scene right here, it completely makes you view every scene differently. Because you know every character's going through shit, every character's coping in a different way, and obviously some characters are a bit more explicit with it than others. I think the most obvious one is Shion. Also, peep the fucking Umi thing right there. Show that shit on screen. I'll be doing a video on that later. But obviously the lyrics of the song also go into the story a little bit, although, you know, the theme is still very much love life, which is why, you know, it's not anything new for love life, but with that added context, like I said, with that added context. Am I tweaking? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Like, comment, and subscribe. And then it ends with this amazing scene right here. When I saw a scene first, the colors are beautiful. Oh my god, colors are beautiful. It's fucking touching my fucking heart watching this video. Genuinely, it's so fucking good. I don't know. Maybe I was like I was touch starved for like love life music videos. I know a bunch of people were as well, but seeing something like this, it's so fucking good. And that's fucking Shion right there. What the fuck is that PNG? On context, this is a really cute scene. Poca with all of her memories, stuff like that, but with that add context at the start of the fucking music video that lingers throughout the entire video. You see all these characters going through their lives, but you know deep down they do not know shit. They are struggling through shit, and unfortunately that can't always be expressed in the best way in a tweet, because we don't know. They're saying that shit canonically in real life. Will you be venting about your life publicly? Actually, yeah, you probably will. I mean, Shion does that, but you know, there's a lot more shit internally, and the chapters of the Bluebird characters have established that, and that can't be done. And now we've seen it officially in a visual format. This music is so fucking good. I'm sorry, this scene right here. I'm sorry, this straight minute. If it did not have this, I'm gonna be completely real with you. If it did not have this, I would have partially gave him up on Bluebird. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's in the Bluebird for their own thing, and I'll elaborate on it later. But this one scene made it up for me. Made up the entirety of Bluebird. It told me, and it's okay if you guys don't agree with me, because I know we're all into love life and Bluebird for a different reason. No, maybe care for stuff like that, but this right here, holy shit, this carries the entire fucking music video. I know it's not much. It's literally a fucking crumb piece, but the way they visually showed this in different lifestyles while they're still questioning themselves, that can lead to so much fucking potential that I hope gets visualized in anime or some other format. Please, God, I would fucking love that. But I'm neglecting one thing here, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about. This CGI. Okay, now, I know a lot of people have had discussions about this. I've had discussions about this. I call this the best CGI ever. I take that back, but it's still really good. And it's really weird. It's really hard to explain. I'm gonna make a video elaborating on this way later, but you can tell that, via the stroke outline and some of the shading when it sort of clips on and off, which usually does not happen with fucking 2D animation. That shit's, you know, manually done. Now, firstly, the models themselves look absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, let me pull up the screenshots, Future Noodle. Look at these fucking screenshots. That's 3D. There might be a bit of 2D here. I'm gonna revisit that scene, but that's mostly 3D. This is also mostly 3D. This is definitely 3D. You can tell. You can sort of tell if this one that's 3D. This one's also 3D. This one's also 3D. You can probably tell that. You probably tell because once it starts showing a bit more angles that you don't usually see, then you start seeing the sort of the actual roundness of the model. It's like, okay, that makes it a bit uncanny. Now, here's the thing: the animation. While the models and lighting is amazing, the The animation is a bit interesting. It's not as smooth as I personally wanted to. Now here's the thing. They are going the Nijigasaki route with this. In case you guys don't know the Nijigasaki route with this, I've talked about in my CGI video, I'm pretty sure, my first insert song. And with the Nijigasaki route, typically it usually involves like a 3D music video background, like this right here. And they usually separate the 2D segments to their own specific scenes. And usually this was done to, you know, give references to Sif cards, stuff like that. And sometimes they would occasionally switch to 2D right here. I can see right here. Bam, right there. Pretty smooth. Although you can obviously tell because the stroke outlines. Because Nijikasaki's models are very interesting in that they did not give a fuck about the 3D in a good way. Like one of the most intriguing parts of this, of these Nijigasaki models, they don't really have a stroke / outline. You know when you like in anime, they all have strokes that outline the border. And for these models, they're either very thin or don't exist at all. Okay, they exist slightly, but not enough to the point that'd be like extremely thickness. So that's the point where you can tell when it's obviously 2D and when it's 3D. I think the best example for this, Infinity R Wings right here. There's this one scene right here that looks extremely 2D in a way. Yeah, you see, you know, the usual 3D background. Yep, that's 3D. That's 3D right there. That's free. I want you to know, that's fucking 3D right there. Watch this. That's 3D. That's 3D. That's all 3D right there, baby. That's all 3D. That's fucking beautiful as shit. And in terms of CGI, Nijigasaki still outmogs them in a lot of ways. However, I am going to give one big fucking praise to Bluebird in a second here. Basically, the 2D segments always separate in 3D. The CFS card! Right here. Right fucking here. This 3D. This is all 3D right here. You can tell because the way the characters move right here. I'm sorry. I go on a fucking... This like... Yeah, this is 3D. This is fucking 3D. There's a certain sort of vibe you can tell. When it's the strokes. When the strokes are extremely consistent, yeah, you can tell. You can tell when you get look right there. That thickness right there is not the same as that. That's how you know it's 2D. I'm not insane, I swear. Now, when we go to Bluebird, that's not fucking insane. Somebody shoot me. Anyway, when I go to Bluebird, the strokeness of the models have actually been replicated to look a bit more 2D. There's a bit more inconsistency with the lines right there, which does make it look 2D. Love Life is really good at making things look. Love Life is really good at making things from 3D to look 2D, and that's one of the best praise that I have for them. Look at this shit. That's 3D. That's fully 3D, and you can tell it on still frames. You cannot tell, but then sometimes it just takes one angle for you to realize one angle for you to realize that it's not. Obviously, some of the screenshots are a bit. Akira, my girl. But you can. Sorry, this is 3D right here. This is 3D right here. This is 3D right here. I want you to like on. This is 3D. This is 3D right here. I'm not tweaking. I know for a fact. I'm played these games before. Yeah, shit like this. The camera movement for this is actually fucking insane. It's the only thing that can actually tell you that it's 3D. Like this part right here. This is CGI. This is CGI. That does not look CGI. In motion, yes it does, because you can see the camera. The camera is moving both 2D and it's slightly angling itself to show angles that probably wouldn't be able to show in 2D. It can look completely good. And other angle. Why is it always? Wait, hold the goddamn phone. Why is Kira always the one that looks fucking off here? Oh my god. But I do want to admire the camera for this. This camera is really fucking good. This camera knows what it wants, and dude, look at this shit. Oh my god. It's really fucking good. The animation, I feel like the animation could be smoother. It's a very deliberate choice for the anime to use a 24. I'm pretty sure it's 24 frames. It's reduced frames though, because you saw Nijigasaki. That one was way more smoother because they can get away with that. I don't know. They decided one day to do that, and honestly, good for them. I fucking love the more smoother animation Nijigasaki. I don't know why people don't like it. It's really fucking stupid. Anyway, but the one thing I do have to praise Bluebird for is definitely keeping the art style consistent. This is a very faithful. This is a very fucking faithful translation of the art style. That dude, it looks so fucking good. It looks so good. Let me find the other shots. That I want to show. This part right here, this lighting is absolutely. There's one shot here that actually caught me completely off guard with how beautiful it was. But the lighting here is so fucking good. Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. Wait a goddamn second. That's 2D. That's 2D. They got my ass. I thought that was fully free. That's 2D. Whoa. Okay, no, I gotta get Bluebird. I gotta get Bluebird. That actually caught my word. Anyway, this scene right here. This scene right here was so fucking good. Look at the lighting on this. And the fucking long take. Not long. Well, it's not that long, but yo, look how the camera spins around all these characters. Maintain the lighting here. Yep. That's. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that fucking shit. 3D. That's still 3D. That's still 3D. All that's 3D. You can tell, obviously, for some characters looks 3D. But as it gets closer and closer, you can barely fucking see it. This is fucking 3D. Okay, I got caught lacking once. I will not be caught lacking again. Now this scene right here. Once it gets to blue shit, this is beautiful. Look at this shit. This is one of the best parts about CGI. The camera can go fucking wild. Obviously, you can tell the CGI. But so fucking good. Its animation's kind of smooth sometimes. Sometimes it isn't. I think it's the strokes personally. They kept the fuck ass strokes. And the fact I wasn't able to tell that one of it's 2D, and only because of the fucking hair, because the hair cannot fucking do that shit. Okay, wait, no. Hold up. I might have been caught lacking twice, bro. I might have been caught like twice, bro. Oh my god. Well, okay, maybe. No, maybe I'm questioning myself now. Yo, my credibility's gone, bro. Now, you can tell this was a very hard scene to decipher. Is it 2D or 3D? It's 3D. I have proof of this. Look at the fingers right there. Look at that shading. I've used blend before. I know I've done lighting before. That usually happens. If that was fully 2D, they would not do that. I'm gonna place $5 in that shit. That shit is... I can't tell. Oh my god, I cannot tell. I cannot actually tell. This is really bad. Oh my god, this is actually really bad. It looks flu. I'm saving this for a full video. These are general thoughts. If these are general thoughts, you do not want to know what it looks like when I go full analysis mode on this. Once I have a solid script, okay? If anybody comment that's actually 2D, dumbass, I'm gonna fucking block you. I'm gonna remove my channel, bro. I have praised this music video from top to bottom. I'm sorry, it's the best piece of Bluebird media that we have so far. I might be glazing a little bit. The chapters come close. The chapters come very fucking close. That's because we also get that's also because we're getting more chapters as well. But this is like a little taste. And unfortunately, I want that whole course meal. I do gotta stop this video at one point. It hasn't been that long for you guys, but it's been over a fucking hour recording of trying to gather my thoughts correctly. I should get back to video. I need to get back to video essay soon. But you know, time will tell. Now, even though I'm limited by my lack of Japanese understanding, Bluebird has done something to me. I'm actually back on studying Japanese, Denzi Musume, and now this. This group right here. Something about them piques at my intrigue so hard. I should probably provide a little bit of context here. I've had clinical depression for years, and that probably explains the way I talk, how I talk, why I talk about certain things. And listen, I get it. I don't know if it's too much for me to expect something that appeals to me specifically and what I've gone through, what I've experienced. Like, I don't want characters that are overly depressing, you know, I gently open the door. But there's ways to show that struggle, that internal sadness in a visual way that might just be the thing I'm looking for. And I can tell you right now, when I watched this, I felt it. I felt that feeling. I felt that feeling in my heart, in my bones, in my noodle bones. I am completely biased in what I'm saying here. I'm looking for something. Like any other person in Love Life, or this group in specific, Bluebird, they're looking for something. Maybe they're looking for best song, maybe they're looking for best characters. And you know what I'm looking for. I just told you. People see things the way they want to see things in a series like this, a multimedia series. Some people are in for that Muse and Aqua connection, you know, to the lore, the bigger grand scale of the universe. You know, being teased that, you know, we might see Katori again in a more when she's an adult, when she's a teacher, when she's a professor. Some people are in it for the characters. There's so many reasons why one would get into a series like this. Not just Bluebird, but Love Life in general. That I've discussed numerous times about. You know, Love Life saved a lot of people. That sounds fucking weird as shit to say, but it's true, okay? Don't judge. The future of Bluebird is one to keep an eye out for, genuinely. The first slide did extremely well, and it's got a lot of people, you know, being like, let's revive the fandom, or, you know, let's revive the Western fandom in terms of Bluebird. That's will it happen? I would love to be surprised. If that happens, I will I'll attempt to do a backflip. The future of Love Life is very bright, and I would encourage you to follow them. You know, maybe you don't gotta be as engaged as some people are. I know there's Discord like that. You know, you can follow it casually, but you know, support them. You know, things you can do. We have a lot of input power now that I've talked about in previous Bluebird videos, and it still remains true today. You know, you can vote on the units. And maybe one day we'll get what we want. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the first live. I'm not exactly sure if I'll do something like this again. But you know, this first live really intrigued me in almost a lot of ways, and I really do like it. Yes, I do indeed. But I'll see you guys later. Hopefully this video is compressed to like 20 minutes or something like that, because I'm ranting so much here. But thank you guys for watching. Please look in the description, go follow Bluebird, stuff like that. We will have more Bluebird videos coming out soon, which is surprising. I was expecting anime to be revealed, you know, most of discussion being around that, but I think they gave us something even more to talk about, because you know, now it can be like the potential of Bluebird. I'm joking. I talk about things I want to talk about. Don't force yourself to talk about things you don't want to talk about. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.